So this is the Realme 6 Pro. So on the front of the box, you can see the name of the smartphone itself. On either side of the box, again, Realme 6 Pro is what's written. At the top, we have the company logo. Now behind the smartphone, we have some specifications mentioned, such as a 64 megapixel quad rear camera along with 20x hybrid zoom in one of the sensors, and in-display dual selfie camera, which is basically saying that there are two cameras in a hole punch on the display. And the display also has a 90Hz refresh rate. Now this smartphone has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor. You get a 4300 mAh battery here along with a 30-watt charger in the box. The color of this phone is lightning blue as mentioned on the box, and we have the 8GB RAM 128GB storage variant. Some more details are mentioned at the base of the box. Over here we can see all the specifications around the cameras, the weight of the device, and apart from that some box contents such as a protective case, also the battery capacity. Now let's open the box and see what's inside. So first, in this compartment we have some documentation along with the protective case, basic quick start guide and other information about the phone. There's nothing else in this compartment. The SIM eject tool is probably somewhere else. Now let's get to the phone itself. First, let's take off the plastic wrapping. So this is the lightning blue variant of the Realme 6 Pro. There's another sticker here which we're going to get rid of. This gradient pattern definitely looks striking. I'm a big fan of this. So there's a quad rear camera setup at the back, and the two selfie cameras are visible here. So let's power the device on for now and keep it aside. Let's see what else is in the box while the device boots. So this is the charger of the Realme 6 Pro. It's a 30-watt charger as mentioned on the box itself. There's a USB type A port here. And that means we have a USB cable also in the box with a USB type A port on one end and a USB type C port on the other. So yeah, oh yeah, there's one more thing in the box, which is the SIM eject tool I definitely was looking for. I'll keep it aside for now, it'll be of use shortly. Let's get rid of all the other things and focus on the phone itself. First, let's quickly set up the Realme 6 Pro. It gives you a prompt to install a bunch of bloatware. Let's just skip that step. So the Realme 6 Pro has Realme UI. So yeah, that's confirmed. It has Realme UI v1.0, which is based on Android 10. As far as the processor is concerned, there's a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor. At the top of the device, there is a secondary microphone. And on this side, there is the SIM tray. So let's just quickly open it up to find out something more about this device. Now it's clear that there is a dedicated microSD card slot along with two slots for SIM cards in the SIM tray. As mentioned before, there is a secondary microphone at the top, and at the base you can see a 3.5mm headphone jack, a USB Type-C port and the speaker. At the side we have the power button, which also doubles as the fingerprint sensor. A side mounted fingerprint sensor is definitely interesting. Now this is a 6.6-inch LCD display with a 90Hz refresh rate. The brightness levels look fairly good. On this side we have two volume buttons along with the SIM tray, which we've already checked out. And now let's talk about the cameras. There's a 64 megapixel primary sensor in the quad rear camera setup and a 12 megapixel telephoto sensor with 2x optical zoom and up to 20x digital zoom. There's also an 8 megapixel wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera. Now there's a 16 megapixel primary sensor for the selfie camera and an 8 megapixel secondary sensor. This smartphone has a 4300 mAh battery along with a 30-watt charger. The Realme 6 Pro also supports NAVIC, which basically means that it can connect to Indian GPS satellites.